Gamers, my name is KK and today we are beating the elite Bloonarius. Ninja Kiwi intended to make this one ridiculously hard, but is it really hard? No. We're gonna kill it and we're gonna kill it with the flax. So we will begin with the Free Dart Monk into the Benjamin, of course, as usual. You can try different strategies on this one, but I will show you the most drippy one and the strongest one in my opinion, which will carry you no problem. You will not struggle on any tiers of the Bloonarius, but you need to nail the farming in the very early game. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, you gotta be pretty precise on timings on when you place farms and how quickly you collect and the build order. So let's focus on this, and after this it becomes pretty smooth. Spoiler alert, we will destroy this boss from tier 2 to tier 5 with just ninjas, and we are getting the maxed out Paragon today. And yes, it is possible, and it is not as hard as you might think. So, next step is farm 000 into the 200. After that, you don't buy shite, you just keep having these towers you have right now, and you actually wanna have this 00 dart until round 12 or 13. So you keep adding 200s and you keep greeding. This greed is very important because this is a beginner map and it allows us to greed a lot and play with just Free Dart Monkey. Also replicate the spot of dart, of course. All the spots in this run are thought out, so make sure that you are copying them so that you can benefit from my planning and turn off your brain and enjoy the rewards, basically. Great. You want to keep adding more and more and more farms until you have 8 of them. After you have 8 farms, you wanna be starting to get the alchemist. For the round 28 and round 30, we will have the leather to gold alchemist, but do not get it preemptively, just get it whenever I get it, for the simple reason that you must invest all the cash that we have on hand into more and more cash generating towers, such as farms, and soon it will be the lead to gold and the bloom trap, and we are mixing this strategy to create the perfect combo to obliterate the balloons and actually get the very strong eco. So we got the 00 boat roughly on round 13. You can get it even on round 15 if you're not afraid of leaking a bit, but generally speaking, get it around 13, 14 in this round. And after that, we keep on getting to 00s. KK, when are we gonna get the defenses? And the answer is soon. Soon enough, but you really want to delay the defenses, especially with such good spots for the dart and boat. Even on 000, they carry you for so long. After you get 5 to 00 farms, you finally get the grape shot and nothing else. Grape shot will still carry you for a long time. Next step, you get up to 8 to 00s. Don't be afraid to leak the camo green on round 24 because it's nothing. After you get 8 on 200s, you get the alchemist. In the very beginning, it's gonna be 003, and after that you prepare to buy the balloon trap. In my case, I did everything flawlessly and I was able to afford one more marketplace. If you copied everything just like I did in this run, you will be able to buy one marketplace as well before getting the balloon trap. Do not get balloon trap before round 31 because you want the alchemist to pop all the leads by itself so that you make the most profit from it. And after that you sell the alch and buy the balloon trap. Next step, we are getting 8 to 03 farms, and these farms will actually be our backbone for the killing of tier 1. We could have killed the tier 1 with ninjas as well, but if you are really perfectionist, you can do this. It's double or triple sticky with the boomerangs or 204 bombs with alks to clean up. It would work just fine, but what I recommend you to do is just to repeat what I'm doing, because tech zone is very meta, and I will be using tech zone just to kill this boss and it will be easy. Alright, now we have the excess of money, and we kinda wanna start spending it on the defenses. So we get the overdrive, and after that we get the village. Ideally you also want to get 004 boat before you sell the farms, but I didn't really care this time. And you get the boomerang 402 for the cleanup. If you are very afraid, you can alk buff the boomerang, but even without the alk buff it will be plenty powerful to clean everything up. Alright, we are Gucci. Next step, you sell your attack zone and you buy a few BRFs. You buy the second bloon trap on top, and you keep collecting the bloon traps. Bloon traps make massive amounts of money for you, and it's one of the keys in the early game. How can you outdo your regular farming, because bloon traps are really strong. Next step, you will be getting more and more BRFs. The way you approach this, as soon as you have 14k cash, you sell one of your marketplaces and you buy BRF. As simple as that. By round 60, you want to have at least 7 BRFs, maybe even 8. It depends on what you decide to do, but you will see what I came up with this time. It's a pretty different strategy. I never showed you this one, but it's a very fun one. Just like the Sun Avatar spam with Adore, this is kind of similar, but with ninjas. So, round 54, I already have 6 BRFs. Also place this village in the same spot in the bottom right as I did, because you will understand why in a few minutes, but it is very useful to have it just to be precise in the placements of the rest of your farms. So 7 BRFs, soon to be 8 BRFs. Oh, this eco is massive, because usually we get at best 6 by this point. And after you get 8 of them, you start preparing ninjas. So place the eyes 042 and place the ninjas. You want to place your future Grandmaster Ninja in the very center of this pond, so that it will reach all the tracks when you will alk buff it. Just get the GM, don't be too hasty, don't worry, you will kill the tier 2, even though it has 300k HP, it's nothing, we will murder it. So, right next to GM, you wanna get the sticky bomb, which will be G7, not the G7, it's gonna be Master Bomber, eventually. Next step, you get the just the Jungle Drums village with the GM in range. Make sure you are focusing all of your attention on Grandmaster, because it is the main source of DPS. It dishes out like 80% of all damage that our ninjas do. After that, you wanna get 20 Shinobi buffs for the GM. Don't worry about Bomber, because it's not as important. What is paramount is of course the GM. Next step, you buy overclock, and you keep overclocking the Grandmaster. You can also buy the debuffing, or you can afford the Alchemist's Perma-Brew or the Master Bomber. It is completely up to you, but you want to always maintain the maxed out buff of the GM. So 20 Shinobi buffs, the overclock, constant overclock when the boss is on the map, the Alchemist, and eventually we will get to the homeland. Also, if you see that you cannot buy the engineer for the overclock, you just sell one of your bloon traps. After round 65 or so, you sell all of your bloon traps because they become useless. Next step, you buy 13 BRFs total, and you wait a bit until you do at least 200k damage to the boss, and after that you sell your Jungle Drums village that is near the GM, and you actually get the future Opolis setup, and roughly around 70 to 72 you are getting the Opolis. It will be 13 farm Opolis, which is plenty, and you will have enough cash for everything. After 13 farm Opolis, you have a few options. The laziest one would be just to leave your farming as is, but I don't recommend it to do it. Just repeat what I will do in this run, and you will be chilling. Next, you buy the future Opolis setup, and as soon as you have enough cash, you overclock it and you sacrifice the farms into the Opolis. Beautiful. And don't worry if the Bloonarius is going as far as it's going over here, because you will be vibing and you will kill it, no problem. Next step, you are buying 520 Banana Central, which will be the next farm that you are getting in this run, just because it's very solid and you can overclock it and it will make 80% more cash. That's exactly what we are looking for. Next, you wanna be buying many farms. I think even up to round 79 or so. Usually we stop at round 78, but here round 79 is the sweet spot. You just wanna get more and more farms. I recommend you to place the farmer in the same spot that I did, in the bottom right, just beside the village, because this farmer is very convenient. That's the best word for it. It will collect all the stuff from this sector, which makes most of monies on your map, and you will be chilling. Next step, you buy the Permabrew, you buy the Master Bomber, you buy the Hyper Boost Engineer, and you buy the Homeland. So you wanna max buff your GM. Next, you also wanna buy the debuffing for the tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5. So it's gonna be the same kind of debuffing. It's 502 Sniper and Strong, 250 Glue, and 520 Ice with the Village, 420. You can do tier 5 Village, but at this point you don't have as much money, so do 520 Village after you get roughly like after round 100 or so, I would say, because you also only have 2 villages, and having the homeland is much more important than having the primary buffing village. Now, you fill all the map with the marketplaces, or if you are preferring to actually collect the banana crates manually, you can go into the BRFs because they are better money-wise, but I don't think it's actually like worth your patience and attention to get the BRF. So just get the banana centrals and we are vibing. After that, your task is to fill all the spots on the map that you can see and fit the ninjas there. Fit it with the sticky bombs. Yes, all of them. Even if it's in the corner, if it's in the like on right near the wall to the side, it is okay, because sticky bombs have very big sticky bomb range. So their ordinary range is not as large, but the sticky bomb has like at least double the range of their regular range, so they will reach the boss and they will dish out some damage. At the end of the day, you wanna have at least 30 of these sticky bombs, and of course your shinobis. At this point, I also have this 3 tag boss, but you can do it manually, it's up to you. You activate the glue, you activate the homeland, and you activate the G-Saba ability together with the overclocking the Master Bomber and hyper boosting the Grandmaster. So you get maxed buffed Grandmaster at all times. It is important because, as I told you, main DPS, you wanna be increasing his DPS as much as you can. Master Bomber is the second DPS, which accounts for roughly like other 18% of our DPS, and the other 2% is all the other ninjas. But even if they are only 2%, they are still useful, so you wanna have them. Next, Don't forget about your debuffing, so you must have the same debuffing as you had the last time. Also, I bought the helicopter to transport my eyes 5 to 0 and to keep the Bloonarius in its range, because it is a very, very strong debuffing. And if you have 3 of the debuffing towers at the same time, you are becoming very, very powerful with your ninjas, because ninjas benefit a lot from the debuffing, since GM has a lot of projectiles, and each projectile deals like I think even ice alone lets you pop 4 layers instead of 1, so it's like plus 4 pierce, and it's massive. Sorry, not the pierce, damage. And the final, it's not even a twist, it's gonna be very easy. So you buy a couple more sticky bombs and you afford the Ninja Paragon. If you did everything right, it will be degree 76. If you did everything wrong, it will be over degree 60, and that's all you need. So degree 60 or higher, it's really as easy as that. Now, your Paragon will do all the job for you. It will smash this Bloonarius tier 5, and it will be a breather, to be honest. Now, was it hard? Nah, if you have the right strategy, I think this week is very, very easy. Alright guys, smash like or dislike, depending on what you think about this video. Tell me in the comments if this was hard in your opinion, or is it a piece of cake. And see you in the next one.